Oh, that's tasty.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Make It Tasty. I'm AJ and guess what? He is not making dessert today. So I've been going back and forth about this whole savory thing because I don't only do dessert, I make pretty much anything in the kitchen. If it's kitchen related, I'm there. So I figured for my first recipe that's not dessert, I wanted to actually share with you something I've been doing for many years. I discovered this trick a long time ago from the Barefoot Contessa actually, and then I kind of went with it in my own direction, as I do with a lot of recipes. I find I kind of just transform them and make them my own. I'm gonna show you guys how to, what we call doctor or make better, a jarred pasta sauce. So you can have what tastes like homemade pasta sauce every day of the week. If that's what you cook for dinner, this is gonna taste so much better than just pouring a jar of pre-made pasta sauce on whatever you're eating. This is very simple and it makes it so much better and more flavorful and adds just like all these nice little notes to whatever pasta dish you're gonna serve this on. And if you really love my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It would just mean the world to me. So let's make it. Really the only prep work you have to do for this recipe is chop some garlic. So I'm just going to mince a nice big clove of garlic here until it's finely minced. So much better. We have some nice finely minced garlic here. This is what we need for the sauce. Everything else is pretty much store-bought, like the herbs, what I'm gonna put into this. So watch how easy this is. The rest of this recipe is fairly simple. All you're gonna do is get a small sauce pot here. This is what we're gonna cook our sauce in. I'm just simply pouring some extra virgin olive oil in my sauce pot there. This is what we're gonna cook our garlic and our herbs on. I'm then gonna turn that on to medium-high heat to get the oil nice and hot before we add in the garlic. Again, this is something I've been doing for a long time. When I first saw this trick, I thought it was brilliant because everyone loves the taste of homemade pasta sauce. Like, you can't beat it. There's nothing like it. But it takes a lot of time, a lot of ingredients, and a lot of effort. So it's really nice to have shortcuts like this that kind of get you the same result, something that tastes just as good and just as fresh. And if you were serving it to your guests, they'd have no idea that it only took you a few minutes to make. So things like this, I'm all about them. They are quick, they're delicious, and they are simple. That to me is the way to go in the kitchen. Like, if you're making anything, if you can have a simple way that still gets you the same amazing result, go for it. And that is exactly what this sauce is. And like I said before, everything else in this recipe it's store-bought. It's dried herbs that you can find at any store. So I would highly recommend you try this out because you'd be surprised at how much of a difference this can make in any kind of sauce. Once your olive oil is nice and hot, you're simply gonna add in all of your minced garlic into your oil. You just wanna swirl it around a little bit, get it coated in the oil, and simply let this cook on medium heat for just a couple minutes. If you let minced garlic cook too long in hot oil, it will burn pretty quickly, so just keep an eye on this and don't let it cook too long. All we're doing here is infusing the olive oil with the flavors we're gonna put in it, and then we're gonna pour the sauce on top of this, and the sauce is gonna absorb all that oil and have so much more flavor. Also into this oil, I'm gonna be putting some basil. I'm also gonna go in with some red pepper flakes. Now, if you don't like spiciness, feel free to leave this out. I like just a little bit of heat in what I'm cooking, so I'm gonna add some. A very important herb we're gonna be adding here is some oregano. Now, I would not recommend fresh oregano because it's very overpowering. Dried is typically good enough for me in this case, so some dried oregano here is gonna go a long way. I'm also just gonna add some salt and freshly cracked pepper into my oil here. So now what we're gonna do is let all of these flavors infuse the olive oil for just a couple minutes on this heat here. And then we're gonna pour our sauce in, and our sauce is gonna have all these wonderful flavors we've infused the oil with. That this has all cooked for just a few minutes. Again, you don't wanna cook it too long because the garlic can burn. I'm just gonna add in a simple red pasta sauce. It's just traditional marinara. You can use your favorite store-bought sauce for this, it doesn't really matter, but if it's plain, that's even better because you can do even more with the flavors here. Now really all we're gonna do is we're gonna stir this, cover it, and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes, and we're gonna have what tastes like completely homemade pasta sauce. And once your sauce has been simmering for about 20 minutes, just feel free to put it on some pasta, on chicken parm, really whatever pasta dish you would put this on. Feel free to try this new improved alternative. And that is it. I mean, talk about simple and really turning up the volume on something that you can have every day of the week and appreciate like I do. I appreciate a good pasta sauce, and this is a good pasta sauce now because we made it that way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today for Make It Tasty. I will be back next Friday with another recipe. The written recipe for this is going to be on my website, tastykakeswithaj.com. The link for that is going to be down below as well. Don't forget, leave some comments as well as a big thumbs up if you liked this video, and of course share it to all of your friends and family if you think they need better pasta sauce in their life. And remember, if you're gonna make it, you better make it tasty. I'll see you next time. That is good.